All right, this is Suave Polo, the Klimax, and I'm here to discuss the Ninja Assassin of World War Z, the slasher class. I have my man Zero here. He's a member of our community, Wild Zombie Killers, and he's one of the best slashers that I know in the game. He used a different build that I use at times, so I'm gonna let him discuss his build that will make you not have to reload your gun at all. Very easy, very good. So you can use the slash and the melee and the gun at the same time. I'm gonna give the show to him, then I'm gonna show you another build that we can also use on the slasher that don't require the reload speed, but you can use it a different way. And you have to use these different classes in different ways, depending on how you play your style. We're just giving you some few ideas. So Zero, how you doing, man? Say something to the people.
Hello, hello. Zero here.
That's good. Go and take it away, Zero, and I'm gonna place the toes, but as you say them, I'm gonna place the
Okay.
perks so you can explain it.
So on the first round slasher, I like using all elbows. Movement speed penalty when zombies are very close, reduced by 100%, meaning you can move at full speed at all times. You don't slow down at all. Second row, Zeus. It's also the middle one. It increases your stun gun range and your target count. That's always good. Third one, Nimble. Take 50% less damage while performing your melee attacks. The reason I run that, I'll explain as soon as I get to the one perk that specifically makes it so you don't reload. Next one, instead of running Trophy Hunter, I like running Health Increase by 25%. I stay alive longer with that 25% and they rarely even lay a hand on you. Third hand. This is the perk that's the most important with this setup. Killing 5 zombies with melee attacks in rapid succession instantly reloads your primary weapon. There is no reload. The clip will be full of ammo again and you can just shoot. So there is no reload doing this. As a slasher, every time you slash, if there's 3 close zombies, all 3 will die with 1 slash. Now, that means you swing twice, you have a full clip on your primary. Start shooting again. That perk is amazing. Next, I have Heavy Metal 1. Start with improved Forest Wire Chainsaw, deals 50% more damage and 50% more fuel. And all your pickups will also be improved. The reason I run that is because that counts as melee. It is a melee weapon. So if you run out of ammo on your primary, switch to your chainsaw, slash away with it. You just swing it once and you'll have enough to start shooting again with your primary. So there is no reload on your primary. It's amazing. Next one, Shock Therapy. You will not become fatigued when melee attacking zombies electrified by the stun gun. When you stun anything or you use electric grids on any map and the slasher stands on them, you're pretty much invincible unless a hazmat comes near you. So always try to keep them away. You will not get tired of swinging, ever, so you don't lose any stamina. So electric grids with a slasher and that perk, amazing. Next one, Lone Shark. Killing a special zombie gives a 50% chance to restore 1 charge to your equipment. It happens more than actually 50%. Most of the time you get it back, and there is no cooldown, that's why I like using it. So if you get 3 special zombies at once, you can get all 3 shots back, if you even shoot 3. Usually I only end up shooting 1 or 2 for several special zombies at once. Flash Shell will be the last perk. Using the stun gun restores 1% of your primary weapon and ammunition for every target you stun. Not such a big deal, but I like running it because since I run the extra range with the stun gun and more targets get stunned, and I don't get fatigued while meleeing, then all day long I just use my weapon. But if the zombies are getting close, I slash twice, back them off, and keep shooting with my primary. That's the whole setup the whole time. And
Okay.
that's all from my end.
Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all a different, slightly different setup that you can also use with slash class. Now, some similar, some things that I use the same thing, and for the same exact reasons. So I will run all elbows. Depending on the stage that I will use Zeus. So all the mascot stages, I use Zeus. Tokyo 3, I use Zeus. With the exception of that, I would use Juiced Up. Because if you're playing on the stream, and most of my community, we play on the stream all the time. But I've learned, if you're playing on the stream, if you use the stun gun with the slasher, the bulls or any kind of special zombie, they will get out of that stun real quick if you don't hurry up and kill them. In some situations, it's not as easy to go ahead and get rid of them. So I use Juiced Up, where the stun gun effect's duration increased by 100%. That will leave them stunned for a long period of time in order for you to stun them down or stun more zombies to have them going so you can shoot or melee to get rid of them, or even your team can team up to get rid of the zombies with you. Next, of course, is Nimble. I almost never use Bullet Dodger. Now you can experiment with this. I've never seen a slasher use it because I work with people a lot of times that have a lot of control on friendly damage on the shooting. So I never have this problem with my teammates shooting me if I'm meleeing. So why not use Nimble? The last one you're almost never going to use ever because your health has to be below 25%. 25% is very low. So definitely if you playing on extreme, you're never going to use this perk because 25%, if they hit you one time on 25%, you're dead. Moving on. Instead of Wheatgrass, I use Bounty Hunter because once again, if I'm using this Juiced Up right here, and I know that the special zombies or something on a hard difficult stage or whatnot are gonna break out of it, I need to get rid of them very quickly. So I use that. But I sometimes do use Wheatgrass. But if I'm running this build right here, I use Trophy Hunter. Now, if you're gonna run it like that, instead of using third hand, I use Cloak and Dagger because I would like my my mask. I like to be masked so I can get rid of the rest of the zombies that don't see me and my team is not around. If I'm running recon and I need to be there just holding back the hordes and doing crowd control while my team is doing something else, then I'm able to protect them more doing this and get rid of the zombies. Moving on, of course, why not use Heavy Mary 1 when you use the chainsaw? It's so easy to get the Cloak and Dagger and the third hand using the melee weapon chainsaw, and it's quicker than your original melee weapon that you start with. So you're gonna get rid of the zombies fast. It gives you more damage output and you have more fuel to use, so why not use it? Moving on. Shot therapy. Just like Zero mentioned earlier, the shot therapy is gonna be in combined with getting these two perks right here, the third hand and the Dodger, the Cloak and Dagger. Also with the Zeus and the Juiced Up. Like he mentioned earlier, if you're on the electric grid, anything that electrify. So in this case, the stun gun and the electric grid, the slasher will be unstoppable. Like it will be stronger on that, and you won't get fatigued at all. You hit harder. So not becoming fatigued is a great thing when you're hitting hard with those punches and not using any of your fatigue bar. Next, same as what Zero said, Lone Shark. Using this, it has no cooldown. You can use this as much as possible. And like he mentioned earlier, that you would not, even though it says 50% in this game, sometimes it's like an 80% chance. Sometimes you get it 100% chance. It varies. Next, the last row will be, of course, flash sale. If you're already gonna use the stun gun, use it and get your ammo back. If you're not running the third hand in this build, you're running the Cloak and Dagger, then the flash sale is gonna come important. When you stun them, use your weapon. Whatever weapon you're using, it's gonna give you ammo to that weapon. So this right here, man, swapping mags, you may be using only the SMGs on this, but if you use flash sale, that's with any weapon. This last one right here, adrenaline, once again, 25%. If you're playing on insane or extreme, that 25% means nothing. So you might as well get the flash sale on this, unless you just absolutely love running the SMGs and you know that's how you want to do it, reload speed and have that, then in that case, then that will be poor. But as far as this last one, if you're playing on extreme or insane, I don't recommend, even on very hard, I do not recommend that because they can hit you one time and you're dead. That's it that we have for the slasher class. Look for the other classes to be on my website, man. On my channel. I'm sorry. I'm getting tongue tied. It's okay. It's been a long day. Um, Look for those other classes, man. And I'm gonna keep bringing other people to get their opinions. So you're not just hearing my view on things. You know, I want you to see why other people use different classes and they use them in different ways. And you experiment with those ways so you can have more options to play the game with different classes. With that said, man, shout out to Google Stadia. You know, Google Stadia comes out next month. If you pre-order now, you get 3 months free for a buddy to play for free on Google Stadia with you. Also, shout out for Cyber Interactive. I love this game. It's a good teamwork game. I hope that this game be on Google Stadia as well. Also, shout out to PlayStation 4, man. They have that new PlayStation 5 coming out. A lot of people looking forward to that. So you have a lot of options to play different games, man. I hope y'all enjoy this video. Subscribe, like, give me your comments. You know, tell me how you use the slasher class or other classes so we can collaborate on those things. Give me some ideas if I may not know other things. This is all I know for now. Until then, guys, man, take care. I love y'all, and I hope y'all enjoy the video.